So backing up a truck and hooking onto a trailer is, it's kind of a trick, right? You need to get close, and sometimes you need a guy on the ground directing you. But if you got a square stake, you don't have to get it perfect. So this is a nice positive hitch also. Now the Bulldog Hitch on my flatbed trailer is a little simpler. I mean, it's very positive, when you're hooked up. But this is a pretty sturdy, pretty dependable hitch. Safety chains. If you've got too much slack, you may be tempted to wrap it around the tongue. Do not do that. Twist it. The chain will shorten as you twist it, okay? Now I don't need to on this, but that's a trick. You borrow a trailer, the safety chains are a mile long because the towing vehicle that usually uses it is taller. Just twist them up. You don't want them dragging. But you do want to create that little cross right there so that if the hitch fails and the tongue of the trailer drops, there's at least a chance that it'll come to rest in that little basket and stay up off the asphalt. One of the rules of thumb when it comes to buying tools and equipment is you always buy the very best tool you can possibly afford. Now sometimes you cannot possibly afford the tool that you would like to have. I get that. But if you're getting ready to buy any kind of a trailer, please think long and hard about a dump trailer. A dump trailer is a force multiplier, okay? It will turn you into 3 or 4 men when it comes time to get the load out. It'll haul trash, it'll haul construction, demolitions, materials, it'll haul gravel, it'll haul dirt, it'll haul stumps. It hauls my Kubota tractor. This trailer has ramps that live and travel underneath the bed that can be pulled out, hooked on, and my tractor will crawl right in and out of this thing. That makes a nice little duo. My little flatbed trailer is great. The only advantage of that flatbed is, I guess, the sides are removable. Now occasionally that's important, but about 99 times out of 100, a dump trailer is going to do anything. Extend the sides, it makes a trash dumpster. You can live on the job for 2 weeks and fill up, and you're going to be able to unload it. If you've got something intensely heavy, you need to haul 2 or 3 pallets of saccharine. Maybe you've got a hand batch a job, heaven forbid, please never try that. But if you had to, push them in there. The last thing you have to worry about is whether the trailer will hack it. You better spend some time thinking about whether your truck will pull it. But if it is even remotely possible for you, if you've got to save your money for another 12 months before you buy that trailer, renting in the meantime, I recommend you do it. So one of the magic aspects of an open and free marketplace is competition brings nice pricing and good options to consumers. So there are lots of trailer manufacturers out there, and they make great trailers. Big Tex, PJ, Load Trail. There's probably some in your area, wherever you're at, that's sort of specific to your region, and they probably make a great trailer. They've got to, because other people do, and they're competing head to head. If you live in the western United States, you may have seen a Great Northern trailer. They're manufactured right here in Sutherland, Oregon, which is just about 10 miles north of Roseburg. I don't have to even second guess. These guys make the best dump trailer you can buy. Every structural aspect of this thing is as it was 15 years ago, and I've used it pretty hard. I've not used this perhaps as hard as if I was exclusively a small excavator, but for a long time I was exclusively, or almost exclusively, a concrete contractor. It has never, and I do not expect it ever will, let me down. Think about the life this trailer lives. It lives every day outside in Southern Oregon. It gets a lot of rain dropped on it. It gets freeze-thaw. It gets sun and it gets scraped, and I dump concrete chunks in it and throw wood with nails in it. If I wash this, as if I ever would, it would brighten right up and look pretty good. The decals are even still stuck, for crying out loud. But structurally, one of the things that sets this trailer apart is the bed. That is, the deck itself is one piece. Those guys have got big shears, and so there's no seams in this deck. No seam means no place for edges to catch and lift. It means that all of the floor joists, which are on close centers, we'll raise it up, you can see, very stout. They're all supported evenly by the diaphragm of the deck. Check out the fenders. Diamond plate. Notice no bends. That's in spite of the fact that a lot of stuff gets dropped on these. Now there is a bend up here on the lid of the box that houses the pump and the battery, but that's my fault. I dropped a big piece of firewood off the bucket of a backhoe on that, bounced off of that thing, put a dent in it. I hammered it out. it works great and nothing that was inside was hurt. Speaking of that, that electric over hydraulic power plant in there has been working like a charm for 15 years. 15 years, you would expect a little more trouble than that, wouldn't you? Not with a Great Northern trailer. Now you're saying, why is that guy selling me these trailers? I'm not selling you these trailers. I'm telling you what it's done for me. Great Northern has not given me anything for this. I just have a compulsion to brag on the tools and equipment that has served me well, because it's evidence of craftsmanship, isn't it? Number one, price is the easiest way to compare and perhaps the least effective. One of the things that occurred to us as a good way to compare trailers that have similar load value ratings, this is a 14,000 pound gross vehicle weight trailer, is weigh the trailer. See how much steel is in it. That is one way you can be sure. I mean, people can claim whatever gauge they want on the sheet metal, but run that thing up on a scales. Compare the tear weight of the trailers you're considering while you're comparing the price. And just keep in mind, if you intend to have that thing until you drop, like I do, the last thing you want to be doing is driving a trailer down the road that's flapping and bouncing and dropping off chunks and has bends and divots and dips and paint peeling off everywhere. You want something that's going to do the job for as long as you need it to do the job. And if that means you spend 10 or 15% more money on the front, you know what? Lots of times that makes good sense. Now, one thing before I sign off on this, it's possible to buy a dump trailer that your pickup won't pull. A standard 3/4 ton pickup is going to strain to pull this thing around safely. So I don't have to worry about that. My 7.3 liter 1 ton is made for this kind of thing. So I'm counting my blessings, okay? I recognize that I have received more than I have ever anticipated I would, and way more than I would ever deserve. God has poured blessings out in my life that I am so grateful for, and one of them is this truck, okay? The George Smith, who facilitated getting this truck and facilitated building it up, what a boon he has been to me, and what a wonderful set these two tools are, and I intend to work them until I drop.